Caruso and his baseball game. I tend to get a little excited when I'm there, that's the way to go, big man. You might be looking at a bird. I'll be, Caruso, get your head in the game. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Come on! Pitch the ball already! I can get my passport renewed faster than this!
I feel like just because I'm a comedian, I have to put in some comedy. Right. So one time I just yelled out and I go, Caruso, stop thinking about your girlfriend. Let's go. Right. What's your take on doing subtle stand-up within a little league game?
I do it too, but you're like, should I go with girlfriend, or he's thinking about, you're doing a bit. Oh God, you're writing. Did you have a pen? Wow. Two stand-up.
Nah.
Sorry, I must have you wrong.
That's fine.
Guys, you complain you don't like the ads? I hear you. You want to be able to talk to us? I hear you. That's why you got to join us on the Pete and Sebastian Patreon channel for Loose Ends, okay? Sign up, $5 a month. You get 4 episodes of the cast commercial-free, plus a 5th bonus that no one else gets. And you get every Tuesday Loose Ends, which is me hosting a live show on our Patreon channel. Often Sebastian joins. I know for a fact he's going to join tonight. We're doing a Loose Ends. That's every Tuesday, hour and a half. DJ Lou comes on. We talk about our favorite songs. We take live calls from so many guests, and you never know what's going to happen. So you want to have some more fun with us? That is the place to be. See you Tuesday on Loose Ends. Thanks to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode. Working out, guys, is a great way to take care of your body, but getting truly healthy takes more than just hitting the gym. It takes consistent annual checkups with your doctor, getting things checked out that feel off or not normal, and a quality nutrition regimen. ZocDoc makes it easy to start your health plan by helping you find and book doctors in your area that are right for you. Quick and easy. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can see and search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/thecast to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/thecast. ZocDoc.com/thecast.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
And we are back up and running here. Pete and Sebastian Show. Gotta have a shout out here to the WTF podcast. Mark Maron is calling it quits after 16 years of podcasting. He is hanging up the podcasting microphone. One of the pioneers of podcasting. Basically started the modern day podcast as we know it from his garage 16 years ago. Had President Obama on and many other wonderful guests. So Mark Maron is hanging it up, and we wish him well, and thank you for bringing podcasting into the forefront.
Speaking,
have you ever done a show?
I did.
Ever done a show?
I did it, yes. Yeah, I'm grateful to have done it. It was amazing and fun, and I've known Maron since I started from the clubs in the city. But it's funny, because now we were talking about movies before we started this cast. I could see someday them making a movie about Mark Maron starting that podcast, because it was so groundbreaking. It was the first. It really kind of was the first one I remember, comedically at least, putting everything on the map.
Yeah, no, I did his show. Twice, I think. Yeah, did it twice. It was kind of a quick in and out. I think I was there for 30 minutes on one of them, and I was like, "Geez, this is fast." I was wondering. I guess I left. I go, "Was that? Did he just?" Because it was like, "Oh, hey, thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I'm just getting started." Takes me about 30 minutes to wake up on these podcasts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's interesting because, the new groundbreaking one is the spinoff of what we're doing here is Loose Ends is like become, I'm joking, but anyway, I'm having, Giannis is coming on tonight, but I told Giannis Pappas ahead of time, freaking Loose Ends is about an hour. So I said, hey, man, I'll only keep you 20 minutes to a half hour. I'm telling him ahead of time. And it's not that I wouldn't want to do more time with him or any comic. It's just that you do have, it's a live show, and part of the appeal is people do want to call in and say, what's up, Pete? Or, you know, when you and Sebastian talked about this or that. So you got to still make room for what the show originally was about. So, you know, Marin, when you went on the first time, too, it was like the peak of what he was doing. So I think he was pumping out 2 and 3 a day. So he had to get you people in and out. It was like, you know, when I did it with him, like I said, I knew him from back in the day, and I had always kind of put him on a bit of a pedestal because I've always been a big fan. And, you know, I'll tell you, if there's 2 young comics and one's saying nice things about my career and the other one's just being nice but not saying nice things about my career, I'm into the one who's into me. So, you know, Marin was always like cool to me because I was a fan. But anyway, before I went on his cast, he had all these records. I was like, oh, I got records too. And then we sat down, we started playing some records before we went in. And we're talking about them and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is like the bullpen. I don't know if this is normally done with his cast, but boy, that's a time consumer. Imagine having to sit with each guest before the show. Let's get to know each other over tea, and then we'll go record. What the tea, guy? I'm in it. So consider yourself, you know, in and out is the way to go with these things. I think Giannis was psyched about that. He's like, dude, half hour, boom.
He's got a new special coming out. He reached out to me, said, hey, I got a new special coming out. Let me know if you could post it, what have you. So, yeah, good dude, Giannis Pappas. If you don't know who he is, great comedian. Also was, I believe, shot in a attempted mugging, which we found out when he came in on the cast about 1.5 years ago. So, that being said, Loose Ends, definitely right on the back of Mark Maron.
That's right.
So if you love Mark, he's not going to be on. You shift over to Loose Ends.
Hanging it up.
We have something. We have something. A little. We're not going to get to it yet, but just to tease, wet the beak. This is an old radio thing, what they used to do to keep people's listening is we have a special game we're going to play here later on in the show. So please don't shut it.
Well, radios too. I was driving and the guy goes, and the 6th caller gets 2 tickets. And I was thinking, again, why the 6th? How come the first? The first, we're rewarding the 6th caller? I don't understand that thought process.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think you ever call in and you know who was good at this? My sister used to win every time she called. I'm like, what the? Really? 10th caller wins, the weekend getaway in Wisconsin. And she won. So that's that. Where do I want to go here? All right, let's talk about Caruso and his baseball game. So Caruso, I told you on the last cast, I think it was the Patreon episode, where he went to the Dodgers game with me. And he brought his mitt. And by the way, he kept his mitt on the whole time. He was eating a Dodger dog with his right hand, and on his left hand was the mitt. He didn't take it off, just in case a fly ball was going to come his way. So I think what happened is, and this is a little shout out to the parents, taking him to a baseball game and then him playing in a baseball game the next day, I saw a different man out there.
Oh, wow.
He was all over the field. His hitting was tremendous. His fielding was outstanding. So much so that he walked away with the game ball.
Oh, nice. Right? Nice.
Now, he's only 5, but what's your take on this? and maybe this is the performer in me, but I tend to get a little excited when I'm there. You know, like he'll do something, I'll get out of my chair, I'll go up to the third base line, I'll clap. Yeah. That's the way to go, big man. Or then I could see him, he might be looking at a bird. I'll be, Caruso, get your head in the game. I'm that guy.
Yeah. I like that. Parental coaching your own child within the game.
Yeah, so you don't see a problem. Like, he's got 2 or 3 coaches. Right. But I'm like one of these maniacs from the sideline.
I do it too.
Come on! Pitch the ball already! I can get my passport renewed faster than this. Oh, what are you doing with the bubbles? Why is he blowing so many bubbles? I'm going dancing tonight. Pick it up. This is why I'm excited about Major League Baseball. Getting rid of all this downtime with a pitch timer. You excited about that? Just pitchers doing what they're supposed to be doing. Pitching.
Okay, so also I feel like just because I'm a comedian, I have to put in some comedy with my yelling. Mm-hmm. Right. So one time I just yelled out and I go, Caruso, stop thinking about your girlfriend. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll get like a muttering of laughs from not only our team, but I'm also looking at the other side to see if they're laughing at some of my antics. Right. What's your take on doing subtle stand-up within a little league game?
I do it too, but I listen, we're good friends. I don't want to critique, but I was coaching third base the other day. They needed me for Sadie softball, and I felt I did it in a way. You look like you were doing it. I didn't look like I was doing it. It just happened. Like, we got a big... our number 4 hitter was coming up, and I said, we'll call her name Nancy, and I said, Nancy, don't take my head off, all right? And everybody laughs a little. Then the first foul ball comes near me, and I look up at her dad. I go, Bobby, literally, the one thing I asked. Everyone's dying because it's natural. It's not really stand-up, but it is. You're like... Should I go with girlfriend, or he's thinking about... I mean, you're doing a bit. Oh, God, you're writing. Did you have a pen? It was like... It was too stand-up.
Nah.
Sorry, I busted your balls.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Mine was much more natural.
I don't know if it was.
I said before the game, another guy's daughter throws she's a big pitcher. I said, Mike, you ever gun your daughter? What does she clock in at? And he goes, 55. I go, come on. I thought at least 62. He goes, no, 55's a high. Then the game starts. She's 3 pitches in. And I go, Mike, that ain't no 55. I'm feeling a breeze over here, guy. Oh, everybody's dying again. Natural within the game. It's with the yours is just like
I don't mean just because you bust my balls, I gotta bust yours. I don't want to make this. No, but I think it's like, if I'm on the other side, I'm looking at you going, okay, guy, this is too much. I did one little thing and I went back into the shadows. You're out there, just like, all right, coach the fucking game. Breeze.
I'm so involved. I'm like Tommy Lasorda. I don't want to bring him back up playing the game. You're the other parents are going, oh, watch this. His son plays. When his son comes up, he comes up to the backstop, cracks a joke, watches his kid hit, and then backs away, and you don't see him again until the next day. It's like a cuckoo clock. He's like a fucking cuckoo clock.
You got it all wrong. I'll give you one gem a game. And what the people are thinking, going, is he going to do it again? And I don't. I dare to say. I got to tell you, I got to pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
I'm doing it so well that parents are coming to the game without their kid. The kid was sick, but they still wanted to come to see what I was going to do.
It's like it's like different strokes. When little, what was his name, Arnold would go, "What you talking about, Wilson?" And he would only do it once a show.
Wilson. Willis.
Oh, what you talking about, Willis? Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's you. You're like, you'll only do one. Oh, you got to be there when he does the crack about his kid not paying attention to something. It's so funny. All right.
Now, what's your take of this?
Yeah,
and I think we talked about this before. The after the game snack, right? Like the kids get a snack after the game.
Right.
Growing up, it was halftime. You got oranges. It was mainly fruit based, right? What did you get? Playing
soccer.
games?
I remember soccer. Only sport I ever got anything was in soccer. You got oranges at halftime, and then if it was a Sunday, you maybe got a can of soda, which was unbelievable after the game if someone had them. Other than that, baseball, you always go up to the concession, get some gum if you had some money, and that was it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know when it became a birthday party tagged on to the end of the game.
So this family starts to, like each family every week is their responsibility to bring the snack. And I'm looking over right now. I'm looking over and I'm like, what the hell are they handing out? I've never seen this one, bro. They were handing out bags of French fries at the end of the game.
Holy shit. Hot? Like warm fries? They were warm? Jesus.
They were warm fries they were handing out. I'm like, what the hell is that? French fries after a game? So generally I don't have my kids do it's similar to what I do on an airplane when you're sitting in first class and they offer the meal and I go, I'm good. Right? Yeah. I turned down the food on the airplane, hoping everybody else hears me and go, did he just turn down the food?
All right.
Maybe we should turn down ours. Like I'm hoping to start a trend.
It's like when you wash your hands in the bathroom. Now everyone's at the urinal going, "Nah, I gotta wash my hands." This guy wash. Yeah. You're classing it up. You're trying to do that with the fries, right? If you could, wouldn't it be great if that parent was just sitting there with a box of fries and only their kids eating them? Yeah, no one wants your shit, right?
Yeah,
but they don't.
No, that's
they
what
all
I was
get
going
it.
for. No,
I know. I got what you were going for.
I want to go back to the hand thing. You ever in a public restroom and you got a guy washing his hands like a doctor? You ever get this guy that's like that he's got the suds up to half of his arm, right? And he's fucking going at it. And don't you feel like you go, all right, this guy's gonna you want to try to out soap me? And then I start getting my hands cleaner than I normally would because this guy's aggressive with it. But going back to the French fries, Cruz was like, Daddy, and because he knows I'm either going to say yes or no. He asked me before he goes and gets it, which I love. When I've established a permission to eat in my house.
Very nice.
I said, you won the game ball today. Go knock yourself out. Have some French fries, right? Now, they're also handing out popsicles. I'm like, what are they bringing? Refrigeration here? Like, the fries are hot. The popsicle's cold. What do you got in this fucking thing? Dry ice?
They got one of them special Yeti coolers, guy. Everything's nice. Unbelievable what you got going here. Like I said, it's a borderline birthday party.
Yeah. And then they leave with treat bags like Gatorade, a toy. It's just like, what are we celebrating here?
Wow. Yeah.
So I give him the fries. Serafina asked for a popsicle. I said, no, you don't get a popsicle. This is his game. This is his thing, And I don't know how you work treats. We have treat night in our house. It's Monday and Friday. You have like a little ice cream, you have a little cookie, whatever. That's the only days you get anything sweet. During the week, you don't get like, we ain't eating cookies or crap. And that's just, again, goes out to the parents where I see these kids just constantly shoveling processed food in their gullets, and it's disgusting. I'm sorry.
Well, Sadie should join this runners club, right? And it's not overweight kids or anything. It's just kids that want to run, and they all meet after school twice a week, and they run, like outdoors, and they go running. So the other day before dinner, Jackie's like, you want some whatever, she cuts up some fruit for or something. And she's like, no, Mom, I'm not going to have anything till dinner. I had a root beer float. And Jackie goes, what? Where'd you have a float? And she goes, oh, after the last runners club, Mrs. So-and-so, whoever's in charge, let us all have floats. And me and Jackie are like, what? Isn't the whole point of the runners club like to eat healthy and stuff? And you're getting it's bizarre to me, bro. It's bizarre.
No, I'm telling you, it starts at a young age. And I think in this country, with the school system, the way it's set up, you'd be surprised. Even the private schools, the food is not good. It's crap.
Last night, I was having Starbursts. Jackie had them in the candy drawer, which are a pain in the ass. You got to get your thumb under there to unwrap the Starburst. So I unwrapped like 5, like peeling shrimp ahead of time. And then I brought them to the couch. I had 5 unpeeled Starbursts, and I'm popping them. And I'm telling her how I remember when I was a kid and Starburst first came out, they did a promotion where they put a full stick, full-size thing in every mailbox. And we woke up, and my neighbor Ralph comes over. He's like, dude, there's Starbucks in all the mailboxes. We're getting on our bikes, and we'll go in the mailboxes before people wake up. I ended up with like 10 big sticks of because we just got to the mailbox before people got up to check their mail. So we're like committing a federal crime to stuff Starbucks down our throat.
Starburst.
So like, why would... What am I calling them? Starbucks?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, my God. Starburst.
Are we getting there at this age now, where you're just saying shit that's not even the right shit?
Did I say
Starbucks
twice? The whole time? Twice? Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for catching it. But my point is, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. They're going to be fine. That's how I see it.
No, I don't think it's fine to.
I didn't like the no sweets during the middle of the week. What are you, Amish? What the fuck was that? I don't like that. If I'm coming to your house now, I'm giving the kids candy behind your back on Tuesday and Thursday. It's too harsh over there.
Too harsh.
Enjoy the scenery, girl, kids, because that's all you get, apparently, from Tuesday to Friday.
That's right. Monday and Friday, you get your sweet, and that's that. I don't want a kid walking around here as a diabetic when he's 12.
And I think if there was a leftover, Serafina could have got one of the ice pops. I mean, it's as taxing watching a kid play baseball at that age as it is actually playing. She deserved a pop too, be honest with you. No, I'm going against you a lot today. I don't mean to, but I'm just like you're a strict dad, and I know you're bringing a little too much Sicily into the picture. I'm trying to loosen it up.
You know what? It's the problem with today's parents. They're not enough Sicily. All right?
Yeah.
I'm all about Sicily. Now, I had to tell you before we start the game.
Oh, don't worry about that.
I got a rat in my backyard. He's dropping rat shit all over the yard. So,
Pentavirus.
That's all I need
Put
to be.
Mrs. Hackman down.
Mrs.
That. Yeah, that's it.
I put 4 traps. And these traps that I got, I don't know. When you buy a mouse trap, what determines the size of the mouse trap? Do you get a little one? Do you get a big one? How do you determine whether or not, okay, I'm going to get a little one?
Do you go by the size of the droppings? Like, could you tell the difference between a rat poop and mouse poop, or did the guy tell you?
No, I can't tell the difference. I just saw it, and
you saw a rat?
I saw the rat shit. I saw the rat shit.
But I'm saying, how do you know it was rat
It's different.
shit? Okay.
I looked it up.
Right. Well, oh,
It's a rat shit.
All right. All right.
And I've
rat trap.
So I got the snap trap. I didn't get the glue. I got the snap, but I got almost like you could catch a small bear in this thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm afraid this thing, if it goes off, might behead the rat, right?
No shit, bro. You're a goddamn fur trapper.
Serafina saw these and she's like, Daddy, what is this? I said, we got a rat. She goes, oh my, no, you're not gonna kill them with these, are you? I said, yeah. She's like, I don't want you to kill these rats, they don't deserve to die. Like, she's very into like animals and you know, living and you know, all this, you know, kind of like she wants to be a veterinarian,
right?
So
right.
Again, if your daughter tells you she don't want the rats dying, do you still keep out these snap traps, or do you get a more humane way of doing it?
Oh, God. Of course you keep them out. You know what my daughter wants to be, bro? You know what my daughter... I'll give you one guess. What do you think she wants to be?
I mean, she's great at the piano. Is she a pianist? Or?
A veterinarian guy. They all do. They're still... It's from the days of them growing up watching Disney with Cinderella and with all the animals around Cinderella and shit. It's Snow White, I mean, you know? So it's like, it's not realistic.
What?
By the time they hit about 13 or 14, by the time they start kissing boys, they'll understand some animals need to die. Don't worry about that. Yeah. I mean, come on. Don't kill the rat. Of course you got to kill the rat. And by the way, how do you know you're not going to get, though, something else that doesn't deserve to die in that trap? That's a catch-all trap right there.
Yeah, I could very well get a raccoon in this thing.
You forget your neighbor's dog, bro. If the gate's open,
I could get my dog.
get your own dog. Yeah, Luigi. Oh, man.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I got 4 of them around, and I was like, yeah, so it's something about setting up traps for me is like exhilarating in the morning just to see what you caught. You know? If it went off, one of them went off and the cheese was gone. And I go, what did this guy do? Did he get snapped in the trap and fight it off? Or did he steal it and then it went out after? So it's just like, I'm almost wanting to put a camera there overnight just to see.
But when the cheese is gone and the trap went and the cheese is gone, it's exciting, right? Aren't you like, oh, we're dancing. Okay, we're dancing. We got a game. Like, what is he? Is he like, he's taking his toe and he's just going like this, choo-choo, poof. And then he's going in, right?
Maybe.
Something like,
maybe.
I don't know. I feel like recording him is cheating. I feel like you got to keep it a little primitive, bro. It's Davy Crockett, this shit. It's you against him. I don't feel like that you have a right to. You could stay up at night if you want and see if he comes out. But you can't record, man.
Well, I mean, you might be right. Yeah, go ahead. What about what?
Is a part of you looking at Luigi going, what are you doing? Everything should fear this backyard. What are you doing that they're not fearing the backyard, right? It's the dog's job. My dog comes out,
he's scared.
Every squirrel shoots up into the trees. They shoot up. My dog loves it. He comes out with his chest puffed. And I joke with him like, oh, you're the king of anything 3 fucking inches or shorter. Here comes tough guy, right? But like, so Luigi should be scaring rats away, I feel.
He's not scaring shit away.
Friends. Yeah, he's too friendly. Nothing.
No, he's not that type of dog. I gotta take matters into my own hands, and I'm hoping to God I catch this thing during the day. It's another thing. Do you think rats come out at all during the day? What's the take on rats at night? What is this shit? Do they sleep during the day?
They might because it's cooler. They sleep during the day where it's cool below, and they come out at night. But I have a bigger question with regard to the rat. You have guests in your home, or you're having a party. A rat scurrying across the living room, as opposed to a rat scurrying across the backyard. Is it equally gross and white trash, or is there a huge drop off in like, oh my God, I can't believe what I saw if the rat's outside on the property? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Outside, totally different. It's where they live. You got one inside. I'm thinking, has this house been cleaned in 8 years? What's going on in here?
All right, but outside completely off the hook? Like, no, you're not going to look at lawn at all and go, just see the rat and run across the backyard right by the buffer? Like, none.
It's disgusting.
Oh, last thing I want to say, by the way, speaking of all that, what is going on with technology and this AI? Where does it end? I'm sure you saw the Howie Mandel thing where they had that prototype of him or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're gonna have, it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna, like, instead of going to see a DiCaprio movie, he's just gonna be doing a monologue right next to your couch. Like, Patrick, where are we on? I've been trying to be cutting edge on this, bro. It's getting close to being a snap away from this show being in Italian, okay, with our same cadence and everything. And next thing you know, we can't walk around Rome because we're the #1 podcast. What are we doing? I don't want to miss that opportunity.
Why? Are you translating this into Italian?
YouTube has actually added a tool that's automatically able to translate into hundreds of languages, and then whoever's watching the show can select their language. This became available to anyone in the creator program about 2 weeks ago, and I selected the channel to make use of it. So from now on, future posts ought to have multiple languages available.
What do you mean future posts? Future shows?
Yeah, future uploads to Sebastian's YouTube channel should be making use of this.
Can we get a sample? Could we get like just a 2-minute sample of us talking back and forth? Is that possible in Italian or Japanese or Russia?
We can pull one up from YouTube once we've posted new material since activating. But otherwise, there's a process that I could do manually for it. But YouTube's going to be automatically doing it to new posts.
So in theory, you can now be an international radio show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you could be here. You know what? There's a. Didn't I show you the one? Go ahead.
Do you think there's two like dudes in Japan right now going, "Oh my God, we're gonna crush in America with our humor," or do you think there's two dudes in Japan going, "Oh shit, wait till people in Japan hear Pete and Sebastian, they're never gonna tune into the Chin and Chen show ever again"?
Chin and Chen show. Oh God. There is one. Okay. I'll find it. Go ahead. So let's play this game. What do you got?
Anyway, here's the deal, dude. I put out a post the other day of this pasta, and Jackie's like, "Oh God, if Sebastian sees that, he's going to make fun of the pasta because what happened was it broke apart in the strainer." And I was like, whatever, it all tastes the same anyway. And it made me go online, and Jackie's like, you should know these. You don't, and you should. And she knew them a little bit, but I was like, I want to do this with Sebastian. How well do you know your pasta shells by visual?
I would say I'm 50-50.
50-50.
Now, you give me 10, I'll get 5.
Now, if but here's the other question. Most of these that I'm going to do with you right now, if you cut it in a way that you couldn't tell what it is in your mouth by its shape, and then you just chewed on it, doesn't 90% of all pasta taste the same? Isn't it just a different shape?
I would tend to disagree because some pastas, the way they're shaped, are better for different sauce. So, like, if you have that bucatini or rigatoni with the rigatoni, which is like spiral shaped, and you're having a bolognese sauce, it's better for the bolognese sauce because the meat gets caught in the ridges. You know what I'm saying? If you have a different noodle, it slides off.
But
and it doesn't,
again, that's shape to catch the meat. It's not taste.
If you had a rigatoni noodle and then someone gave you a penne noodle, would they taste the same? I don't know. Does the shape cause a different taste based on the texture of it as you chew it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, there's certain artists that get accused of plagiarizing their own song. I can't think of a particular band offhand, but they go, "Guy, every song sounds the same." We've heard that about bands or artists. Mm-hmm. You said something really drastic last cast, the Patreon episode. You commented on you feel the weather in LA is a little overrated, and I'm going to say something drastic here. I feel that the whole idea of all these pastas they're all the same song. They're all the same song with a different title, and it's like I'm exposing it. It's bullshit. I wish I could be next to you right now and like just give a little piece of all these pastas, and you wouldn't be able to tell me by taste the difference. But we'll see if you can visually, though. We'll see if you can do that.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. Shoot up the first one, Patrick. Okay. What is that?
That, I believe, is gnocchi.
I think that's gnocchi too. Is that gnocchi, Patrick? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it, bro?
Gnocchi.
Yeah, you're giving it like a little bit of a Y. Can't you just go silent totally on the G? Gnocchi?
Gnocchi. Not gnocchi. Gnocchi.
Oh, bro, this is a great SNL sketch for you. All right, kids, put your social studies books away. Today we're gonna learn the pronunciation of fucking pasta. I'm sick of this shit. Billy, how do you say this one? Gnocchi? Oh God, get out of here. Go see the principal. Get the fuck out of here. Gnocchi. All right, what is this one called?
Do you know?
I know, like the usually the American Irish white trash terms. Growing up, I love we'd call that the wagon wheel pasta. Like
I was gonna say pinwheel, but like what is it?
Yeah, like what would they call this in Sicily? Do they go get the pin the wheel? Or do they say something different?
I don't know. I don't know what this is. It could be macaroni. I don't know. It could be macaroni.
I think macaroni is only the elbow. What is it? Rotelli.
Rotelli. Yeah. I wouldn't have got that.
Well, you should know that. Shouldn't you know that?
I don't know. Yeah. This is obscure. That's obscure. This is a penne noodle.
That's okay. Wait, that's not a penne. I don't think that's the rigatoni, no?
No. It's either, that's a penne. That's a penne. What the fuck? Cannelloni.
Cannelloni. What?
Oh, geez.
Oh, you see the little twisties on the outside? Oh, no, this is a new one now. Okay.
Is this a new one?
New one.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, depends on that. It could be. Oh, yeah. It's already. Is this timed?
This is a ziti.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we'll just wait till we tell you when we want it.
Patrick.
We're sitting there trying to guess it. This guy's putting the answers up.
That's the most subtle version I ever heard of. What the fuck are you doing, guy? It's not a slideshow. And now this is when we got off the boat. This is where Carol got the coconut shell. Bro, stay on the photo until we... Excuse me. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
This is... I mean, from where I'm standing, it looks like ravioli.
That's what I call that, right?
Yeah, ravioli.
All right. Ravioli. Ding. Okay. I didn't realize this. I know what this is because I looked it up. Do you know what this is?
This is macaroni.
Right, and I think macaroni. And that, it seems, from what I read, this is the only thing that is macaroni, is that elbowy piece like that. That is macaroni. This is it's so funny though, bro, that like nobody ever says like, Antonio, I like it, but it tastes just like the ziti. Nah, what do you say? What do you say? Not even a close.
This one, I want to say rigatoni, but I've never seen this shape before, ever in a pasta. What do you think?
What is that spiral one usually? It's
rigatoni. It's what you see. Yeah, it's rigatoni. Yeah, I see it. Oh, wow. Radiatori. Never even heard of it.
Well, now you know it's got that slit down the middle, right?
This is the rigatoni. Fusilli. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, it is. I know. I saw that spiral. All right. What is, I don't know what that one is. That's a little long.
I'm going to go with a guess here. I know this is probably wrong. I'm going to go with cavatelli. Nope.
Casarecce?
Yep. This is lasagna.
Tagliatelle? Lasagna. Bingo. Damn. All right. I don't know how many more there are.
I'm going penne.
Ziti. Penne. That was, see, there's a good example. Like, if someone said, "Can I get ziti?" Oh, we only have penne. You go, shit, that's a bummer. I guess I'll take a hamburger.
This is rigatoni. This has got to be rigatoni. I mean, no? Rotini. Jesus.
Have you heard of these things? Like, have you heard of rotini?
Maybe. This one. Do you got any idea what this is?
Oh, let's see. That looks like a shortened version of I don't know.
Chef's hat. I don't even know. Couldn't even guess. What is it? Pacheri.
Pacheri. Oh, is this that vermicelli one? Is that spaghetti or is it that? I know that one. I heard.
Looks like it's too short to be spaghetti.
Vermicelli is something like that. Little worms in Italian. That's my guess. Nope. Video. All right. Well, I have no clue what that one is either. Isn't that the regular one? That's the one my dad would always have. That's just like rap. What do you call that?
We used to call it. Oh, not even that. It's not mustacholi. Give it to us. What is it?
Rigatoni.
That's rigatoni.
I couldn't think of the name of it, but that's what I was going to say. That's
spaghetti.
Angel hair. Ooh, that's a good one. I like the angel hair. You like angel hair pasta?
Okay, so angel hair and spaghetti. What, they taste different?
Yes, the angel hair is much lighter.
All right. This is.
You know what? I guess you could say something for the way the shape is in your mouth affects the taste. But I hear what you're saying about it collects the sauce in a certain way, and depending on that, it's pretty interesting, man. Do you ever go with one of those like they had one, I didn't put it up there. It's a gluten-free one. It's dark. And it's a gluten-free pasta, or is that like not even worth it to you?
That's a sin.
Really?
That's a sin.
I figured, man.
All right, so what's going on over at the Correale's house for the last couple weeks? With any you peating out, or what are you doing over there? Okay, first we're gonna play that. Well, first, before we go into that, think about that. I want you to see Michael Jackson speaking Italian. What's your take on this?
All right.
Distrugge la pigmentazione della pelle. Quando le persone inventano storie che non voglio essere, mi fa male. Cosa succede a tutti? Invertiamolo. Cosa succede a chi si abbronza per diventare più scuro e diverso dal proprio aspetto originale? Nessuno dice nulla.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man.
So yeah, that's AI, or that's that ain't him.
I mean,
what's your take?
I listen. I'm no Joe Rogan, but I feel like something like that can bring the world together, right? Like, seriously, think of it the flip side. Like, to be able to like be in your kitchen and go, you know what? I want to pretend I live in Rome and I just woke up and I'm getting ready for my morning commute. And then you put on the Rome channel. Hey, it's Tony and Sydney coming to you from downtown Rome. It just, I don't know. It seems like it would bring the whole world together in that aspect. What's freaking me out, though, is that looked real. And it's really, really getting difficult to believe anything that you see anymore. And I remember Patrick saying a long time ago, when we first asked him about this stuff, excuse me, it is allergy season out here. And he goes, AI is getting better every day. It's like learning and learning. So it won't take long before it can do this and can do that. And like the way it stands now, dude, I literally have no idea like what's real and what's not. Like video wise.
I mean, I think you could tell. Can't you tell if they have a AI Mike Tyson? You could tell it's AI, right?
Yeah, it's getting harder to tell, and a lot of people, what they're doing now is they're shooting things for real, and then telling people that it's AI, and it's causing a lot of confusion. Oh. So now it's chasing its tail. It's getting very confusing now.
Oh. Holy shit, bro! So get your freeze-dried food now.
We could put this post out and say this is our first AI episode. Right, like we could say this is us in AI. We never said any of this stuff.
No, we didn't.
So we don't even have to edit.
See, that was like a glitch with the AI. When that happened, that was a glitch with like short-circuit. We wouldn't have to edit. We could say anything we want and be like, AI, how could you? I mean, dude, politicians do it all the time. When they say they were hacked, my Twitter was hacked. You know? Oh, they hacked me. It's maybe the only thing good about it is maybe it'll all just cave in on itself like a house of cards. You know what I mean? No one knows what's real or what's fake or what's not. So now no one's like, you know what? I'm not watching anything except what's right in front of me. I saw a clip of you and Conan. I don't know if it was old, but you were both talking about reading at your kid's thing. You were on Conan's cast. That was funny, man. That was funny. You were both very. That was a good clip.
Thank
so
you.
It was real?
Yeah, it was
real?
That was
okay. You got to check now. That's what the world's going to come to. So your kid hit home run. Was that real? No. A lot of AI. He struck out. Like, I mean, that's...
Oh,
crazy
God.
world, dude. All right.
It's nuts. So getting back to the Correale household, what's any blowouts, any problems?
Well, the two biggest things I want to bring up is one, Sadie came home yesterday from a test, 6th grade, collapsed in the room, so upset. I didn't do good on this test. It affects your placement. It affects this and that. And like first of all, she did good, but not what she wanted to do. And I just do not remember. And then like she's got to get up to go play piano, to go do softball, to 6th grade, bro. I mean, 6th grade, I remember a cartoon, Josie and the Pussycats. Remember that cartoon? Coming home and watching that shit? I don't remember. Do you remember crying in 6th grade because the test didn't go well?
The only time I cried in 6th grade is... No. The only time I cried in 6th grade was when I missed Soul Train.
Right? Or, God forbid you had a fire alarm practice during gym. Oh, my God, during gym. Yeah,
guys.
It's a different world out there right now. So anyway, so I'm like, she's crying. And Jackie's like, well, maybe if you do extra credit here and there. And I'm going, come here. And I'm like trying to, don't worry about it. You're in 6th grade. And she's like, Dad, you don't understand. Like, she don't even want that. She's like, dude, save your hugging. It's saying a Hallmark movie, all right? I'm trying to get my shit together. I like 11. Yeah. It's unbelievable. So that was stressful. But the other thing I wanted to bring up was last week, she was supposed to have a softball game. An away game, which for us is like, it was only like 30 minutes away, back roads to this other town. We had to be there at 8 o'clock. So we all had to be up by on the road by 7:30 on a Saturday. And I was telling you a little bit, it was like 43 degrees when we left in late May, and it was raining. Early June, I'm sorry, and it was raining. So you're like, is this game going to happen? So you get out to this field, and the other team had to switch fields because the one they normally use is underwater. Now the field they want to use, bro, it's great. It's like weed. It's like, it doesn't look like it, as one parent called it, it's an effing cow pasture. He goes, it's a cow pasture. Now, all the girls on both teams, it's raining now. It's freezing. Everyone's in their cars waiting to decide what's going to happen. And the coach is out on the sidewalk with an umbrella going car to car, talking to the other coach. Should we play? It looks like it's going to clear up halfway through. I don't know. I come out, I got the umbrella. What are we doing, bro? We're doing this? What do you think, coach? And all the kids, the whole time, all the girls are chanting, we want to play, we want to play. Then the coach goes, it's like an angel food cake out there, Pete. You step in it and your cleats get stuck. It's like a sponge. Someone's going to twist an ankle or something. They're going to get hurt. We can't do this. And all the kids, I go, all right, all the parents are disappointed because we're already out here. It's like, so what if it's raining? We're up. Let's do it. So now we got to drive home. And I'm going to Jackie. This I want every coach out there to hear that teaches Little League and soccer and all of it. These parents do this for nothing. That's huge. And I know you know that. So I'm going home. I'm like, I felt so bad for this guy. Playing, this guy's doing this for nothing. And now he's the bad guy. So it was so ironic. The very next day we're getting ice cream. Now it's beautiful Sunday, of course, the very next day. And we're down by the lake and he gets out with his family. I see him and he comes over. I go, what's up, coach? And I put my arm around him. I go, listen, I just got to tell you, man. Yeah, God bless what you do, man. We all totally understand you did what you had to do. And it's such a tough spot. You're driving out of there I want to play too. I don't want to be the bad guy. And you do it for nothing. And we thank you. And we're so grateful. And I was like, I want to say that on the cast that every parent that does that gets off of their day job and then goes down there and, oh, the umpire didn't show. So now not only are you the manager, now you got to go out and ump because there's without them, what do you got, right? Are you ever going to coach? I don't know if I have the time. What if you coach and then they're like, we made the championship, and then they go, Spielberg wants you for this insane cameo. You got to go, good luck, kids.
I'd say at the beginning of the season, listen, if something comes up that's better than being here, I'm leaving.
Yeah. I will coach your season as long as Tom Cruise doesn't call and ask me to do anything, right? That's like...
No, if I coached based on what I'm seeing here in Los Angeles, I would be sued. I'd be sued by the parents. Someone would take a class action lawsuit against me for how I would speak to the kids.
Yeah.
At this point, I would be benching players. There's a kid on the team, the Caruso's team. I get upset when he plays. I'm sorry. I tell Serafina, this is why I tell Serafina, I go, he shouldn't be in the game. He shouldn't be in the game. She goes, what? I said, the kid over there shouldn't be in the
game. They're so young. That's like when they should be in the game. Like nobody knows.
No. You know. Like if my kid was falling during the stretching exercise, I'd say let's go home. Let's go home.
No, that's the thing. One day they're writing his autobiography because he's like leading the American League in home runs. He's like, when I first started out, I couldn't even stretch without falling over. When my dad said, get back up and keep stretching. But the father next to me, his kid fell down and he grabbed him and took him home. I think he's a math teacher now. Sorry, making myself laugh. But
I got Caruso doing golf lessons on Thursday. I told I went golf lessons yesterday, so I told the guy, I said, listen, I'm bringing my son in at 6:00 on Thursday. I said, you good with kids when it comes to golf? He goes, yeah, as long as the parents stay out of my way. I go, I ain't bothering you for nothing. I go, why? You get a lot of parents interrupting your instruction? He goes, yeah, a lot of these parents think that they know best when it comes to teaching their kids sports. I said, then why are they bringing them to you? He goes, that's what I'm asking myself. And this goes out to all the parents. If you ain't good at something and you got a professional that's specifically dedicates his life to teaching other people the craft of whatever, cooking, playing golf, parasailing, whatever the hell it is, you just stay out of the way. Right. You don't come in there and adjust. When I go to this lesson, I ain't going to talk.
But I hear you, but you ever have moments like this where you're justified? Like with Sadie with swimming, I go, like after a meet, I'm like, you don't seem like you're jumping off that block with any urgency. Like when the gun goes off, like pretend it's like hot lava. Get off, explode, you know? And I don't know anything about swimming. So then the next day, the coach, I'm at the practice, and the coach is going, Sadie, you want to explode off that block. You're not getting off it fast enough. And I look at Jackie. I'm like, oh, my God, I could be an Olympic swimming coach. Holy shit.
But that is more effort than technique. If you told Sadie, when you go off the block, make sure your right foot is 6 inches from your left foot.
Oh, yeah. No, I have no idea.
Yeah. That's where it gets a problem. I got no problem saying, you're sleeping out there. Wake up. These are general kind of like, get your head in the game. That is okay. Once you start going, make sure when you get a ground ball, you put your body in front and put your right knee on the floor. I don't know the proper way to ground ball it.
Yeah. Right? Even when Sadie bats, I'm like, elbow up looks good to me. I mean, you know, then the coach is like, you want to twist your waist. And then I do the lean. You ever do the lean in where I'm like, hey, you hear that, Sadie? You want to twist your waist? Listen to the coach. Twist your waist. I haven't heard of the twist the waist thing, but I don't like the one that pet peeve I have is when someone's child is up and they're batting and the ball is thrown like over their head. It happened with us just the other day. It's over the girl's head, so she doesn't swing. And somebody else. Yeah. What am I going to say?
What'd you think of the hand coming in on the shot?
That's all right. It's very showbiz. It's like, yeah, I've seen that move. Good eye, Karen. Good eye, Karen. It was 2 feet over her head. You know, like the good eye is just like, it's said too often. I don't like the good eye.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I like to make up my own sayings.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, what do you got? Can you?
Well, hold on.
Depends on the moment.
Depends on the moment. Fuck it. Yeah, I don't. Good hustle, can't stand it. Good hustle.
Right.
Good hustle. Eye on the ball. Don't like that.
Anything close now when you have 2 strikes? Anything close? Anything close?
Yeah, I can't give you one that I got off the top of my head.
I go more matter of fact. Like the other day, Sadie was up. She ripped one, man. She's doing good. But anyway, she was up, and I go, she didn't swing. It was a strike. And I go, why didn't you swing at that, Sadie? It was right there. And she's up to the bat, and she goes, I didn't, Dad. Like, she's so not locked in that she's turning around to answer me. I'll throw a compliment. You ever do this? To a player on the other team. I don't know names. It's like the third baseman will make a catch, and I'll go, good play, third base. Good play, third base. Just so they know I'm not just my kid. I throw them out to the other team a little bit, sprinkle them in like that.
Yeah, you make a good point. I did that. I remember doing that this past Sunday, but I felt like I had to do it.
You do.
To even out the amount of accolades I was throwing at my son.
Right.
You know, right. I gotta talk. But I equally chastise my kid when he's out there. Right. Like when we're playing soccer, I told him, here's one. I said, when that ball comes off your foot, it should be like a rocket going right into the goal, right?
Yeah.
I go, the way you're doing is weak. So you're weak. It's got to be a rocket, right? Now, my hope is, too, other parents are picking up on this type of behavior. And just like I did a couple weeks ago at that birthday party where I told that parent that his kid was acting up and every other parent now was on high alert, that's what I'm hoping to do at these games. Yeah. It's like, oh, wow, he's chastising his kid in front of everybody. Maybe I should get off the bench and tell my kid to get up during stretching.
But that's why you could never coach, because you couldn't say that to the next kid, right? You're being weak. Hey, ooh. You can only say that to your own child.
Nah, well, if I was a coach, bro, if I was the coach, it would be equivalent to Bobby Knight.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if you were a soccer coach, I think you would, as a parent, see the effect on your child, not only on the field, in life. Coming down to school in the morning, dressed nicer, neater, homework done. Exactly, like Bobby Knight didn't just make basketball players. He made men.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll put another layer. If I become the coach of my kids' soccer club, I'm coming to the games in a suit.
Oh, wow. Really?
I don't look like the players.
Yeah, I don't do the sweatsuit.
That's what I like about baseball. I don't like Tommy Lasorda at 68 trotting to the mound in a baseball outfit. Yeah. Why do the managers look like the players? They're doing this in basketball. Basketball, Pat Riley, right? The epitome of class. Comes to the game in Armani suits, slick back hair, the whole thing. Phil Jackson suit. I don't know if you noticed the basketball coaches and what they're wearing. They look like they're a group of dads going to play pickleball. They're wearing. They're wearing like zip ups. Who's the coach? Are you the coach or are you wiping sweat off the floor?
Is there a practice right after the game? Are we having practice? Right? Because they're out there. The coaches should be dressed. They used to be in suits. So right after the game, they go in the locker room. They say a few words to the team. They say a few words to the reporters, and they're eating a steak before their players are even out of the shower. They're already in a restaurant with the staff eating a steak because they're already in a suit. Now, I couldn't agree more. Bro, the whole world is turned upside down. You know how much money Cooper Flagg made last year for Duke, the basketball player?
$28 million.
$28 million. He's taking a pay cut to go play for the Mavericks. I mean, he's not really, because now he's going to get his endorsement money, but... So college sports is over, bro. It's just an extension. It's just sport. It's pro sports. It's pro sports now.
But could you pull up an image of basketball coaches today in the NBA and basketball coaches in the 90s, and I just want to see the juxtaposition of what I'm talking about visually here.
Mm-hmm.
And to speak on the Cooper Flag and these kids that are 18 years old. So are you telling me a kid that's 21, 22 years old is at the prime of his basketball career opposed to a guy who's 32 years old? Like,
No.
for example, a comedian at 21 is not as good as he is at 41.
I agree.
Now, there's no athletic ability involved in being a comedian, but do you think that's the reason? Here, I'm trying to look for a good example of then and now. Yeah. So here, just bring that up. This is NBA coaches today. What they look like. This is what they wear to the game. This is the orange. Bring up the orange.
Oh, yeah. Rick Carlisle is ridiculous. It's like, what are you, going to a backyard barbecue? I mean, it's just so...
it's barbecue wear.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
It's barbecue
disrespectful.
wear. And then we got Riley here, who is decked out in a beautiful, the watch, the whole thing.
And
He's got
I tell you, the NBA is doing themselves a disservice because I distinctly remember as a kid watching the Lakers play the Celtics at prime time at night, and my mom not minding that we're hogging the TV because she liked to look at Pat Riley. She goes, I love to see his suits, to see what he's wearing. So the women are getting a fashion show while the men are getting a basketball game. Now what are the women getting? They look over at Rick Carlisle and go, oh my God, is that guy sick?
Well, no. They look at Rick Carlisle, and then they look at their husband on the couch. It's the same guy. It's the same guy.
Exactly. Oh, that's so true, man. Oh my God. Even Van Gundy used to wear a suit. Remember little Van Gundy?
Oh, fucking Van Gundy looked like hell, and the suit gave him a couple notches of confidence. You know.
Yeah.
I remember Van Gundy when he went. Do you remember when Van Gundy got into the fight on the floor?
Absolutely, man. And then Alonzo Mourning treated him like a child in the kitchen. Well, you know.
Is Van Gundy still alive?
Oh God, yeah, dude. He's the best NBA analyst. I think he's
an analyst now.
Yeah,
or was did his brother die?
No, his brother's an analyst too. He was doing the championship. No, they're around. They're doing that thing.
All right, that's our time here, Pete Sebastian. Thank you again for listening to the show, watching the show. And that's it. Everybody have a great week, and we will see you next time. Pete Sebastian out.